My business crashed. But I found my calling. At 34, I thought I had made it. I ran a small but growing travel company, 12 employees, steady profits, even bought my parents their first ever international flight to Singapore. Then, COVID hit. Within 3 weeks, every booking was cancelled. I refunded lots, hoping things would turn around. But they didn't. Borders stayed closed. Flights grounded. My business died, slowly and painfully. I watched my savings drain out like sand through a fist. I had to let go of my team. Some begged to stay unpaid, just to keep hope alive, but I couldn't afford hope anymore. I went back to living with my parents. I was 34, unemployed, and ashamed. Relatives whispered, friends stopped calling. Even I stopped answering my phone. For months, I barely left my room. I'd stare at the ceiling thinking, is this all I was meant to be? A failure with a LinkedIn full of lies? Then one night, my father knocked on my door. He said, your mother's diabetes is getting worse. I can't manage her meals alone anymore. Can you help? I started cooking for her. At first, I just Googled recipes. Measured carbs, read about spices and glucose indexes. Slowly, I got into it. Not just as a duty, but as a passion. I began experimenting, making sugar-free sweets, healthy Indian meals, even started an Instagram page to share tips and meal plans. I called it, The Diabetic Chef. To my shock, people started following. Asking questions. Sharing their own struggles. Within 6 months, I was hosting free online cooking demos. Brands reached out. A startup hired me to design a diabetic meal box. Now, I run an entire platform helping people eat joyfully with diabetes, meal plans, workshops, content. I've hired 3 of my old employees back. We're not a travel company anymore, but we're still changing lives. You know what's crazy? Losing my business felt like death. But it forced me to live, really live, for the first time. Sometimes, rock bottom isn't the end. It's the ground you build your future on.